Hey, do we have the clips from that 600-pound?
Not yet.
Oh, we don't?
Mm-mm.
They didn't have it?
No, I'm pulling it. I recorded it last night. I'm pulling it off my DVR, so
we'll play it tomorrow.
Yeah, I watched another episode last night.
Yeah.
Another fat woman that... she wasn't as despicable as the other woman, but her husband was more despicable than the other husband. The husband was a chubby chaser. he hooked up with her.
It's a real thing, chubby chaser.
Oh, God, yeah.
At a fat, like, I don't even know what it was, like a singles thing.
Right.
Where these fat women, they showed them in, like, jacuzzis and a pool, and they're, like, morbidly obese, not just fat, like, fucking fat.
Yuck.
And he married her because she was fat. And
Wait, what was the event called? Was it like
I don't even
a barn off?
It was they like fat fucking women, and he wasn't fat. He just likes big fat women, and he is all pissed off that she's getting that she got the operation and she's losing weight. And he's like, "Oh, what are you eating there? What? Ugh." And he just constantly pounds on her about losing weight. He wants her to be fat, and she realizes that if she does attain her goal, she loses him because he doesn't want to.
Right.
To him, that's just as bad as having a skinny chick get all fat on you.
Yeah.
So what is she going to do?
She's, got to commit herself to losing weight, and she's got a kid also, so yeah, she's doing it for the kid and herself.
I get the husband's point of view, though.
Husband, though.
It's almost like if you marry a chick and she's gross, it's like he married her like, look, I met you at a fucking fatso meeting. You know what I mean? Like, you knew I liked you like this, and it's fair. If
he likes fatties, yeah.
They should just get divorced, and he should just let her
Right. They should get divorced. He should get another fatty.
Yeah, or realize that mommy left, and that's why he's upset.
Right. There's definitely something there.
Why don't we talk to a chubby chaser?
Oh.
We got Jason from Ohio. Jason.
What's going on, guys?
Hey,
man.
Hey, yeah, I don't dig on no skinny girls at all.
Wow.
No, huh?
No.
What do you
I
like?
got no business with no skinny girl.
You like big fucking fat chicks?
Not sloppy fat. Pleasantly plump, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like 200, 225. It's good for me.
that's fat.
Yeah.
No, it's
How
not
tall,
fat.
though? 9 feet?
Wait, a girl that's 225, that's fat.
big girl.
No.
A guy could carry 225 way better than most women, I do believe.
Yeah, I just don't like all skinny girls.
What is it you like about the big girls, sir?
I don't know. I just say ever since I was a kid, I always went for the fat girl in school, too.
Are you afraid of being abandoned?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay. Just a preference.
I've been with my wife for 16 years. Where the hell is she going to go?
Is she fat?
Oh, yeah, she's 265.
Wow. And that just turns you on, huh?
And you love that?
I love it to death, buddy. God damn, let me tell you something.
And how much do you weigh?
I weigh about 185.
Wow, she's got 80 pounds on you. Man, I just would not be able to deal with that.
Yeah, what is it that... I don't understand the attraction, that's all.
I don't understand the attraction either, Jimmy, but
You just love it.
Little skinny girls do nothing for me.
And not even to be a dick, but there's like... If somebody's really heavy, sometimes they smell a little weird in like certain places behind...
My wife is extremely clean.
Okay.
She takes 2 showers a day, once in the morning and once at night.
Okay.
She's an excellent house. She cooks. She cleans. Works a full-time job.
Of course she could. Wow. All right.
Hey, that's...
Wow.
I don't know what
this
this...
thing.
Yeah, if that's your thing, I'm not going to sit here and say... I don't understand it, but...
Yeah, maybe there is... Hey, look, maybe there's not a lot of times anything psychological. Like,
It's just
you just like what you like. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. All right, there you.
Yep, she's physically active. She, like I said, she
All right, let's slow down.
Physically active.
Make it like she's an Olympic athlete over here.
Exactly.
Just because she still could walk.
Yeah, she's the best.
Doesn't mean she's physically active.
She's an airline pilot. She she helps birthing mothers in
Right.
cabs.
Blue whales are active too, sir. They're very active.
All right, guys, I gotta go.
All right. Thank you.
Jason.
God damn it, Ant's just mean.
Well, we were pretty polite there, though. We were pretty nice in general.
That is true.
There wasn't really anything you could get him on. He just likes it, and that's it.
The captain and Tennille are getting a divorce. Why bother?
38 years.
But why bother at that point?
Oh, look, they put love won't keep them together.
It did, though.
Love. Love will keep us together.
39 years is pretty damn good. It kept them together.
She finally got sick of that dumb captain hat.
Yeah.
Right.
Wears everywhere.
Yeah.
How old are they? They got to be pushing 80,
Oh,
no?
yeah, they got to be up there. Not 80.
Why? They were...
Really?
They were...
Damn, they were around in the fucking early 70s, mid 70s. Around there.
How old are they?
Captain and Tennille.
I heard
Tony Tennille, right?
Their house was used for porn shoots, I heard.
Love will keep us together. Think of me, babe, whenever. Some sweet
The captain was in what band?
Captain and Tennille.
No, I think he was in a band
Give me
before
five.
he was in
No.
Captain and Tennille.
Before they teamed up?
Yeah, wasn't he?
You're on your own on this one. I don't know.
I think. He was in the Beach Boys, I think, right?
Yes, he was
No.
the keyboardist for the Beach Boys.
Yeah, he was a keyboardist for the Beach Boys.
When the Beach Boys were the Beach Boys?
Well, yeah.
Like when they were really...
Yeah, back in like the 60s,
Doing
I
well?
guess. Captain is 71. Is that what I'm getting?
I swear to God, I never knew that.
Yeah, he was
Born in
Wow.
42.
he was a Beach Boy.
What albums was he on, though?
Hence Captain, I guess, you know. So nautical.
What albums?
What albums was he on for the Beach Boys?
Yeah, what... Was he on any of the albums, the good ones? Or was it before the Beach Boys hit?
Oh, yeah, you'd think he would have been a little more well-known.
No, he was in the Beach Boys in 1972.
72? Oh, that's after, like...
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So he wasn't really in the Beach Boys.
He was on the album Carl and the Passions. So tough.
Wow. What? So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he wasn't in the
Hot
Beach
and the
Boys.
Carls.
He wasn't in the Beach Boys. Beach Boys.
No.
No. I guess not.
He was.
That's like saying John Stamos was in the Beach Boys.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
This is a good song, though, for Pete's sake.
I remember hearing this one, driving to like Grandma's house in the back seat. Because Joe would always call shotgun, and he was the older brother, so he would get to sit in the front seat. Me and Dawn had to sit in the back seat. And then this would come on.
I'm actually sad that this is ending in a divorce.
Yeah.
I was rooting for a murder-suicide.
Oh, okay. You scared me for a second.
Shit.
Let's talk to Rob in Boston.
Hey there,
Rob.
Rab.
What's up, Rab?
Hey guys, you guys were talking about chubby chases. Back in the day, I used to bartend this party north of Boston called Heavy Hotties, and it was all chicks over 250, and they just invite a shitload of single guys.
What was it called?
Heavy Hotties.
Heavy Hotties, yeah. So it's kind of a little bit comical, a little bit disgusting, but always a fun night to work.
I can imagine.
Yeah. And the guys were all like $1.10. It was kind of comical.
I remember one time at Geneseo, I was at the Rat Bar, whatever they were fucking called.
The Rathskeller?
Rathskeller. And I was 18 with like my new friends because I'm from Long Island, and we all went and drank and got fucking shit-faced to the point where I'm not, I swear, blinded.
Yeah,
just fucking wasted. And I started making out with this girl. And I started like looking around and seeing people looking like, what the fuck is he doing? Right?
Uh-oh.
And I swear to you, in my mind, I was making out with a 10. And as I started to become more aware, I realized I couldn't even get my arms around her. She was that big. But my recollection is I don't remember her being that big when I decided to make out with her. This is a true story.
Wow, you were fucked up.
I was so fucking gone, and they're all laughing and stuff at me. I'm like, what, man? This girl is hot, you know? And then I started, like, because of them, I became more aware and started my senses.
Started coming back to you.
Senses started coming back.
Oh, wait a minute.
And I'll never forget that I then realized, because I had my arms around it, I'm like, wait a minute, my arms are not even close to being together.
But the big question, Jafaka?
Hell nah. Hell nah.
Fucker.
Hell nah. I remember it was a good time, though. Then the boys had to ruin my fun by pointing and laughing at me.
You're kissing fucking Wilbur the pig in a corner.
But how are you that wasted? You don't even know.
Oh, it happens.
I don't know.
People have done worse.
I don't know. Over the years, I feel like I've been able to keep the senses.
Keep control.
Yeah, but not that time. Absolutely not that fucking time.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, what are you going to do, you know?
College. What are you going to do, right?
What are you going to do?
Exactly. Boy, they are running with this Bieber story. Who gives a shit? Like this
He's
kind
drinking,
of
underage, going to a
stuff
strip club.
that's
But perhaps the most interesting part of it
annoying.
is how did the Miami cops behave, and did they facilitate and aid him in doing whatever he was doing, which raises the possibility of wrongdoing by the police, in addition to...
Would that mitigate the charges?
Probably not, although, you know, when a situation like this, the most important thing is at least no one seems to have gotten hurt. You know, I mean, that's
the most
obviously the thing
important.
to worry
Yeah.
about with
Yeah.
you know, all these circumstances. If no one got hurt, if, you know, it's a drunk driving matter, you know, it's serious.
That's a felony.
It's potentially a felony, but it means he loses his license. It means he gets
If he has
probation. If he has one, I guess I was assuming he did. I don't know for sure that he did. You know, interesting
That would
question
have come
of
up before, though, wouldn't it?
All right,
how a
fatty.
19-year-old rent any car, much less a Lamborghini.
Oh,
You're not
dang.
supposed.
She's a giant. I think she's Andre the Giant in like drag.
She is a big
and a
lady.
wig.
Big red dress.
Huge red dress.
There's a story on Gawker about an Animal Planet show that's fake and super abusive to animals.
Yeah,
Someone
yeah.
tweeted that to me, like that's why reality TV just sucks.
Oh, really?
I don't know. Do you know that show, Call of the Wild Man? I never saw it.
Never heard of that one.
No.
No, reality shows just fucking. I used to love reality shows.
Dude, they're awful.
I used
Now
to love
they've
them.
They've gotten way out of hand where they're so fake.
Well, they're either fake or they have to set up all the storylines because they decide to pick the most boring people in the world to give a reality show to.
And the
A
turnaround,
la the Kardashians
Yeah.
come to mind and many others.
the turnaround time has to be so fast with these things now. They don't have time to get enough decent footage from real events to make an interesting show.
It's too bad because
So they
that
fake
shit was
it.
working.
Yeah.
But now every day has to have is an activity, and they make it look like they just came up with it. Like, hey, I think I want to jump out of a plane today.
Yeah.
No, there's this producer that said today this is what we're gonna do.
And, yeah.
You dummies, because you can't think for yourself.
And then the big tease like something went wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Piece of plywood falls over.
Oh, look out!
Plywood fell! Ah, plywood falling!
That's it.
Dennis in Boston has something. A lot of Boston calls today.
Boston. Wookie Bar.
Hey, boys.
Hi, Dennis.
Happy birthday, Jimmy. Hey, I was down in Cancun when I was 21. I'm 36 now. Spring break. I was loaded in the bar. My buddy just told me to park it because I was so drunk.
They're cool.
This girl comes over, starts making out with me. I say to my buddy, dude, I know I'm shitted. How is she? He says, just look at her tits. So I say, fair enough. The girl starts jerking me off in the bar, everything. I black out for a while.
He blacks out with a girl jacking him
Bars
off.
closing, and the girl wants me to go home with her. Well, back to her hotel. I'm sobering up, and I'm realizing how fat she was. And I just can't find my friends. We leave the bar together. I hear one of my buddies yell out, "Hey, Dennis!" He's sitting on a scooter, not a scooter, a jet ski on the front lawn of the bar. I just say, thank Christ, and I just leave the girl.
Oh, you left.
And I wake up, I have a big fucking hickey on my neck, spending the rest of my time at spring break with a fucking hickey in Cancun.
Oh, man. You were tagged.
That happened to me one time. I was so fucking zooted, and I'm with this chick, and I'm fucking her a whole lot.
Liar.
And then in the morning, I'm like, oh, fuck, it's Scarlett Johannesburg.
Yeah, get up. All right, boys, touching out.
Very good, brother. Thank you, Dennis.
She was like, Chipper, you knocked my fucking uterus out.
Oh, wow. That's a
Like,
compliment.
I was like, whatevs.
Whatevs.
Let's say hi to, you asked about this wild man, Jimmy. We got it. Troy in Jersey's going to help you out.
Oh.
Troy.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hello?
Hey.
You know, you guys gotta check out. You guys gotta check out Turtle Man. Wow, man, he's just the greatest hick ever who finds cabin turtles in the lakes, and he gets paid in apple pies.
Oh, yuck.
Oh, it's
How
wacky.
fake.
Yeah.
And
And
there's-
check out a video. He's just great. This guy just screams in the air when he catches turtles.
Yeah, well, aren't they saying that he drugged the animals, was using something like that?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even care. The guy's great. I don't even hear nothing about him. I just see the guy.
It's all
He rubs
fake.
himself in corn and finds raccoons.
Oh, it's fake.
No, the fakest show is Welcome to Myrtle Manor on TLC. It's about a hick trailer park who's all about fucking just fake trailer park people.
They're all fake. All that fake.
Yeah.
It's a new big thing, man. It's how you
Oh,
make money.
shit. I see clips. People put clips up and they're like, watch this. It's hilarious.
Right.
It's like, it's fucking
Is it
not
hilarious?
It's not hilarious. And it's fake.
It's not hilarious.
No.
I'm pitching a show called Jaguar World.
Oh.
It's about a man who lives in a house and jaguars keep popping up. Like he opens the cabinet
And they just pop
to
up
get
out
out
of
some
nowhere.
cornmeal and there's a jaguar in there.
That sounds
Why would you
dangerous.
be getting some cornmeal out?
Cornmeal.
I don't know.
Why would you do
Uses
that?
corn.
But it's a
Cornmeal.
true story.
Cornmeal.
He opens up his wok and there's a jaguar waiting.
Oh, wow. That's dangerous,
He's,
too.
he's mauled once every episode.
That would rule.
Yeah.
I'll tune in.
Yeah. People were wondering why you were so quiet during the Chubby Chaser segment.
What?
Dreamweaver was a big girl, wasn't she?
Oh, yeah, but I didn't know at the time. That was CB radio shit. When you used to make
the big reveal. That's right.
Yeah, when you used to make your dates off of the CB radio, it wasn't like fucking Twitter or Facebook or anywhere where you see a picture. So I didn't know she was going to be huge. It was breaker. It's the Wrangler, Dreamweaver. You out there? You got your ears on, and then hey, this is the Dreamweaver, and then I made a date with her, and she turned out to be a little overweight. What am I going to say? I've
You were
told
scared
the
for
story
the
before.
I know
The poor horse.
You were
yeah.
scared for the extra horse you brought along for Dreamweaver.
I was going to be all man.
You
I
felt
was
so
like,
bad for the extra
I was
horse.
like, yeah, Dreamweaver. We made a whole date on the CB. Like, you want to go horseback riding? She's like, oh yeah, that sounds great.
What you
saddle up to an extra horse? I have my horse. I tie the reins around the horn of my saddle, and I loaded up with all kinds of stuff because I expected that we were going to spend a lot of time up in the hills together.
Some of that quality
time. Just me, her, up in the hills on horseback. I was going to hunt. I was going to shoot a rabbit and cook it up for us.
Seriously?
At night. Yeah, I had everything.
And what did you think she looked like in your mind? Do you remember?
She was weaving my dreams, Opie.
But what do you remember? What you thought she would look like?
Yeah, I did have an image of just a slender.
Well, obviously all that,
slender
but brown
girl.
hair, big boobies. What are we talking? Do you
dark
remember?
hair, big, beautiful eyes, cute smile, and built very nicely, put together very nicely.
Right.
Maybe in some kind of Western attire because that was kind of sexy at the time. I thought.
And what did you see that day?
Holy mother of pearl! I rode up with the horse tied up to my saddle and rode up and I saw her standing at the meeting place where the two. The Capistrano River kind of split.
That was your meeting place?
That was our meeting place. And I was like, and there wasn't a chance that it could have been someone else.
Right.
It's the divide of a river.
Right.
There's no one else there.
But we should put a plaque in that area now.
It should be.
This is where I met Dreamweaver.
The divide of the Capistrano River in San Juan Capistrano.
Hey, we got fans all over the place.
I know.
Someone should just do that for you.
Here is the place.
They're close enough.
A historical marker.
Yeah, get a historical marker.
Yeah.
Where Anthony's dreams were shattered.
And it was weird because at first, when someone's far away like that, I couldn't tell. I could just tell there was a person there.
Right.
So as I'm riding up, I was just thrilled that I wasn't stood up.
But were you starting to get
I'm like, oh, this
butterflies?
is yeah. I was getting all nervous and everything. I'm
here.
like, oh, she's here. This is so cool. And again, through my head, I'm running the whole thing through my head. Like, all right, we're gonna ride up the river and then up into the hills, and we'll put down the sleeping bags. I'll make a fire.
You knew the exact spot you were going to stop for the
Dude,
night?
I knew exactly. It was by a big lake up in the middle of the hills, and I was going to pull out the 22 that I had, a little lever action 22, and I was going to fucking bag a rabbit and skin it and cook it over a fire, and we were going to sit there, and I brought some booze with me, sneak a little booze. It was going to be the greatest fucking night of my life up till then.
Wait, what tipped you off when the horse started to whinny and buck at the prospect of that monster sitting on it?
It literally went, oh! Oh, it was fucking... It was going to be great. And
How
then
large?
the closer I got, I was
Yeah,
like, uh-oh, maybe she's cold and bundled up.
And wearing a fat person on her.
Maybe she's cold.
Oh, you're hoping there were some layers.
And then as I got
That you can
closer, it
remove.
was... She literally... Here's what she looked like. She looked like Mama Cass Elliott.
No.
Yes. I'm not talking a little chubby or chunky. She was fucking fat.
Huge.
Huge fat. She had the Mama Cass face. The whole deal.
Were you disappointed?
Oh, was I? Dude, because you gotta remember this. This is like early teens, and you are like every chance you get to be with a girl in any way, shape, or form, a date, a fucking something like that is golden, and it doesn't happen a lot at
It
that
was
age.
so
It's very
rare,
difficult
right.
to spin that,
To get something done.
and then to have this thing built up in my head that this is going to be Clint Eastwood. I was fucking Clint Eastwood. This is going to be great.
Your brother what said?
Oh,
Brother Joe.
I don't remember the timeline exactly, whether this was before or after Buzz.
Oh, we know the Buzz story, of course.
I know, but was it before or after?
I believe this was pre-Buzz.
It was pre-Buzz. Okay, because we also had a ton of little babe teenage girls hanging out around the stables all the time.
Yeah, but they were
like Kendall and
right, but they weren't good to go. A lot of them, we could have a little fun with them, but
I don't know. There was always Rami too. Remember?
Oh yeah, she was a goer. Boy, back then those girls didn't give a shit. Girls were just fucking. It was the sexual revolution, I think they were calling it.
I do remember the day that you met her though, and it was an awful day for you.
It was so disappointing. And I wound up, so I couldn't just say, hey, take a hike. So I'm like, all right, let's take a ride. It was the shortest horseback ride I ever took. We went up in the hills, and then I was like, all right, you want to go back?
That was like the Mexican. That was the time I got bagged. I got bagged by Dad for weed with the Mexican chick. Remember, I was holding on to weed for that Mexican chick.
Yeah. Joe had weed in his sock, and my father found it.
I got bagged.
What's in your sock? My father was always great on disciplining us for doing bad things, and then he would just do the worst things ever.
Yeah, drive with 3 kids in the bed of a truck over the Ortegas while trashed.
As he was hammered, but a little weed in your sock. Or if I steal a few quarters to buy some ice cream sandwiches, it was the worst thing ever. Oh well, what are you going to do?
What do you got going on Friday night? Anything?
No, what do you got?
I got the Village Idiot Pub. Come on down and sing with me.
Nice.
Where is that?
From like 7 to 9 in Patchogue. It's on Main Street in Patchogue.
Main Street, Patchogue, Village Idiot Pub. All right. Cool, man.
All right, cool. Yeah, definitely. We'll do a few songs.
Bye,
right.
Joe.
Take it, Tizzy, Joe.
All right, Brother Joe.
Bye.
So
That was
a short fucking
That was a
horseback.
short fucking ride. We went up and then rode back down. I was so disappointed. And then
You ever see her again?
well, I had to listen to this for weeks.
Wrangler, this is Dreamweaver. You out there? You out there?
And then I'm like, I can't even now get on the CB and try to find some other chicks because if she knows I'm on the CB.
Oh, she was hoping that.
Yeah.
You thought it was a good time.
Yep.
Wait a minute.
She must have known.
What, did you fuck her or no? You didn't.
No.
Did you kiss her?
Nothing.
How long did you hang out with her?
As short a time as I had to without making her kind of feel bad or anything. It was
more than 6 hours.
No, it was probably 2 hours.
Okay, that's
it was
nice.
a ride up in the hills, a ride back, and then like, all right, I got to go, take it easy. And then I saw her. The only other time I saw her was at another ranch that we had ridden to. And she was sitting.
Pig farm?
Yeah, the pig farm. Must be one charming motherfucking pig. It was at another ranch, and it was at night, and we rode up, and she was sitting around a fire with other people, and they were like singing songs. And I rode past and kind of looked over and was like, oh, that's her. And I just didn't look. I didn't look. My horse looked over and said, hey, it's not the fatso that.
No, it didn't.
All right.
Do you know? Do you think she knows who you are now?
Nah, probably
I always
not.
wonder that shit.
I do
Some of these
too
weird
sometimes.
stories, I
There's
wonder if they
some
kept tabs on you a little bit.
There are some people in California that know who I am and stuff like that.
Sure, the
And then-
McMartins.
Yeah, the McMartin preschool. There's a girl on Facebook that recently started following me or liking me, whatever it is. And she was one of the girls I talked about here that stood me up on a date at the disco that my mom worked at. And she was like, "Oh, yeah, we'll be right back. We're going to, get a friend from my friend."
Oh, and you bought
And
it.
I was like, "Okay,
Right,
all
you just-
right."
But you were willing to believe anything back then.
Exactly. So I was just standing there
And
outside.
you
this
would rationalize in your head like, "Oh, they must have got stuck in traffic."
First of all, there's a club full of dudes, and they have to leave to find a guy for this girl. And then she's like, "Oh yeah, we'll be back." I'm like, "Okay." So I just stood like outside, and I'm looking out the door, instead of just having a good time.
And when you're in that position, you'll look out the door, and then you'll go to yourself, "All right, I'm going to only give it 15 more minutes."
Fuck that.
And then 15 minutes go by, you're like, "Yeah, but what if I leave? She might walk around. I'm going to give it another 15 minutes."
2 hours went by.
Sure.
And then she actually wrote, she was like, "Oh, I heard you were talking about the time at the disco." And she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, we were like fucking just crazy back then. I wasn't thinking about." So she apologized.
Years later.
Years later, I got the
A lot
apology.
of years later. That's weird.
Yeah.
Let's go to Phil in New Rochelle. Phil.
Hey.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, how you doing?
Where's old Rochelle?
Whoa.
Oh, fucking forget following that. Go to break.
Opie and Anthony will be back momentarily. With or without you.
Not floppy fat. Pleasantly plump, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like 200, 225 is good for me.
That's fat.
Yeah.
No, it's
How
not
tall,
fat.
though? 9 feet?
Wait, a girl that's 225, that's fat. Big girl.
No.
A guy can carry 225 way better than most women, I do believe.
Yeah, I just don't like all skinny girls.
What is it you like about the big girls, sir?
I don't know. I just say ever since I was a kid, I always went for the fat girl in school, too.
Are you afraid of being a bad?
Hey, do we have the clips from that 600-pound?
Not yet.
Oh, we don't? They didn't have it?
No, I'm pulling it. I recorded it last night. I'm pulling it off my DVR. So
we'll play it tomorrow.
Yeah, I watched another episode last night.
Yeah.
Another fat woman that she wasn't as despicable as the other woman, but her husband was more despicable than the other husband. The husband was a chubby chaser. he hooked up with her.
It's a real thing, chubby
at
chaser.
like a-
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
At a fat, like,
Look, I met you at a fucking fatso meeting. You know what I mean? Like, you knew I liked you like this, and it's fair. If
he likes fatties, yeah.
they should just get divorced, and he should just let her.
Right.
get
They
healthy.
should get divorced. He should get another fatty.
Yeah, or realize that mommy left, and that's why he's upset.
Right. There's
Right.
definitely something there.
Why don't we talk to a chubby chaser?
Oh.
we
Yeah.
got Jason from Ohio. Jason.
What's going on, guys?
Hey.
Hey, man.
Hey, yeah, I don't dig on no skinny girls at all.
Wow.
No, huh?
No,
What do you
I
like?
got no business with no skinny girl.
You like big fucking fat chick? I don't even know what it was, like a singles thing.
Right.
Where these fat women, they showed them in like jacuzzis in a pool, and they're like morbidly obese, not just fat, like fucking
God.
fat. And he married her because she was fat. And she
Wait, what was the event called? Was it like
I don't even
a
fucking
barn off?
It was they like fat fucking women, and he wasn't fat. He just likes big fat women, and he is all pissed off that she's getting that she got the operation and she's losing weight. And he's like, "Oh, what are you eating there? What? Ugh." And he just constantly pounds on her about losing weight. He wants her to be fat, and she realizes that if she does attain her goal, she loses him because he doesn't want to.
Right.
To him, that's just as bad as having a skinny chick get all fat on you.
Yeah.
So what is she going to do?
she's got to commit herself to losing weight, and she's got a kid also. So yeah, she's doing it for the kid and herself.
I get the
She's
husband's
gotta
point of
dump
view,
that
though.
husband though.
It's almost like if you marry a chick and she's gross, it's like he married her like